Hello everyone, thank you for clicking and for watching the channel. If you're new here, we're building a free game collection, completely free, starting at the start of the year, and we're just seeing what we can get by the end of 2023, completely for free. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. Thank you for joining me once again. So, usual affair. Let's go through and see what it is we managed to pick up this week. Everything's from the car boot this week. Got a good couple games and then one item which is a little debatable, I feel, on whether some people think it's worth it or not. I'm happy with it, but we'll save that till the end. So I'm just going to crack on. So first thing, Tron Evolution on the PS3. I bought this literally from the first store. As soon as I got there, I saw this on the side. She had a couple games. This was the only one that I thought was worth it. It wasn't. I paid £1 for it. I've never seen it before. I thought it might be rare because I can't remember ever seeing it. You get a penny for it. So we're starting off with a bit of a dud. Yeah, wasted £1 on that. I'm not going to take that in. I'll just chuck that to the side but I'll probably stick it with those PS3 games that we got the other week. Just to add to that bundle. But yeah, failed to begin with. So don't worry, it gets better if you're new here. So next thing. Went to, there's a guy that I've been seeing for years at the car boots. He's a lovely fella. He often gets a lot of games. I don't know where he gets them from, to be honest. I've never asked him. But lovely guy. So he pulled up. He was there, so that was great because I knew I was going to get something off him. Got a couple of games off him. So first thing, he had quite a few and easy to negotiate with him. The guy loves the negotiation. He's great. So I bought this lot off him first. So, Call of Duty Black Ops on the Xbox 360, good staple for all of us collectors. I'm sure you've all had a good couple copies of this. You get about £2 for that, I believe, so that was a good one. But we managed to get Sonic Unleashed. I know this game gets sort of mixed reviews. I think this is the one where he turns into a werewolf. I haven't played it. I do already have it, but I think you get about £6, £7, £8, something like that for it. So this was a great one to find. It's got the booklet, the disc's in great condition. Yeah, Sonic games, they tend to go for a good couple quid, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, Sonic Unleashed, this is a good one to find. I saw that sitting there. This was the first one I picked up. Also got Left 4 Dead 2. So it's a loose disc. So like I say, I've been buying off this guy for a few. I know he doesn't really value the loose disc, so I just sort of put that in because I know it wouldn't have too much value to what we were negotiating. But Left 4 Dead 2, you get a good couple quid for that. I think you get about £4 or something for it. So I picked it up just because he had a couple loose discs, but that was the only one worth picking up. You never know, I might get a case one day, and I knew it weren't going to really change anything to the negotiation. So yeah, pick that up. Hopefully come across a case for it at some point in time. But that was £5. So I'm happy with that because I think you get about, like I said, I think you get about, I'll definitely get my money back on that. I think it's about £6, £7. That's another £2, and that's there. So it's a couple, maybe nearly doubling my money probably. And then putting that to a side, and then I can buy a case one day, find a case. I'll buy it, I won't nick it. So yeah, not bad, £5 for those. So next off him, at this point, and he had a big bag of fodder, and I even said to him, how much do you want for your fodder? He goes, I'm not going to ask you much. So I had a little rummage through, and I tried to find some decent ones in there, knowing that I was going to, he wanted less than £1 for each one. So the ones I got were Black Flag, which that is my favourite Assassin's Creed game. Fantastic game. If you haven't played that, make sure you pick it up. It's on Xbox One as well. We've had it a couple of times on Xbox One. So we got, Black Flag, great game. Just Dance on the Wii. Coming across them, don't we? I think you get a couple p for it. Well, you get nearly £1 for it. Spider-Man. So this is based on the movie. PS2. This is a decent game. This comes from Choices. Do you remember Choices? Yeah, I don't think they're around anymore. They were around when I was a kid. That's a bit of a flash from the past. I didn't see that until just then. Anyway, Spider-Man. Good game, that. Decent game. I haven't played it for a long time. I'm not sure how it's aged. Especially comparing it against the new one on the PS4. But yeah, Spider-Man. Civilization Revolution. I love Civilization. I'm playing Civilization 6 at the minute. I just got all the DLC. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's not the best example of a Civ game, but it is a good one if you've never played a Civ game before. It's a good starting play. It's like a watered down version, but not too watered down. It's good. It's not like the DS. The DS, we bought that and I thought I was in quids in, didn't I? I thought I'd won and then it had the game in it. But yeah, Civ Revolution, already got it. Otherwise, that'd be straight in the collection. Get hold of that, play it if you can. CS don't charge you much. And then, so this was one I picked up originally to negotiate with the previous little bundle I just shown you. It's the Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, except I noticed this time that it's ESRB, so CEX won't take it. I already have this, but you get a good couple quid for this. You do get about, I think again, you get about £7 for it. The discs are in lovely condition. It should work on an Xbox 360 PAL, I do believe. I might have to just double test that. Double check that by testing that. But yeah, I picked it up because, I was trying to get a couple games. £3. £3 for those. So I should be able to get my money back for those. And I don't know what I'll do with Fallout New Vegas, to be honest. But yeah, £3. Not a bad little bundle there. So I'm just going to interject on myself quickly, because this is something I don't usually edit my videos, but I completely forgot to mention something. Luckily, I've got some footage of it, so I'll show you that now to show that it did happen. We bought a Wii off the guy. He had all the cables. The cables were in a box, so we had to quickly rummage through and find the cables. Luckily, they were all there. I had the power cable, the AV, and the sensor bar. And then there was the Wii in a separate bag. We offered him £3 for it, and he took £3. So we paid £3 for a Wii. It didn't have a controller with it, however. The reason I forgot to include it in the other part of the video is because basically I don't have it anymore. I bought it and sold it on exactly the same day. I purchased it for £3 in the morning from the car boot. I put it on Facebook, where I always sell my Wiis because they tend to sell a bit better. I put it up for £20, and I put the controller with it that we had the other week. Remember when we bought the Wii and it had the 2 controllers and we kept one spare just for this purpose? Well, I put it up on Facebook for £20. Someone came back to me and offered me 15. I said no, because literally they replied after 10 minutes of me putting it up. They then replied asking if I would take 15 without the controller, because they don't need a controller because they already had it. So that was absolutely perfect, because it was literally buying it for £3 and then selling it straight for £15, and we keep the controller. And it was literally sold within 5 hours. So yeah, I'm just gonna shoehorn that in here and just carry on with where we left off before. So I moved on from him, left the gentleman. We were both very happy, and pretty much didn't find anything else. Right before I left, I gave up. I was leaving the car boot, and a guy started getting his stuff out. He had a load of consoles and a couple games. They were just laid out on like the tarpaulin. He was asking sort of 25, 30, 35 pound for PS3s, Xbox 360, a little high, to be honest. Well, they were too high. They looked like they were. They all had a controller or two with them. And a couple games. There was a nice box of games, and I picked 2 up off him. I originally picked up 3. I picked up these 2 with Minecraft, but he priced Minecraft way too high. He thought it was, I mean, it is worth a couple of quid, but he had, I don't know what value he had in his head, but it was messing the negotiation. So I dropped that, and I got these 2 for £5, and that was the Simpsons Hit and Run Platinum version. Really happy with this. It's Grand Theft Auto with the Simpsons. That's pretty much it. If you haven't played it, I suggest you do. I haven't played it for a couple of years. But yeah, that's a really good game. CX charged like 20 odd quid for that. And it's, yeah, I'd say it's worth it. It is a great game, but I think you get about £5 for it. So that should cover picking up Sonic Plus Mega Collection. It's a compilation disc of a couple of games. We've got Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Flicky's Island, Spinball, and Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Yeah, again, I've played this, to be honest. Those games I've just read out, I played it a couple of years ago. I won't be able to tell you if it's a good port of the Mega Drive games or if it's converted well onto the PlayStation 2, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, you get a couple quid for this, I believe. But yeah, good game to have in the collection, especially for a Sonic fan. So that's 2 Sonic games we've got this week. So £5 for those. Should get it back on that. See what I get back for that. But yeah, 2 fantastic games there. 2 fantastic games. So I got those off him. So now is the debatable thing, which I think some people think is a silly decision, or some people understand where I'm coming from. So I mentioned that I've got a PS3. It's backwards compatible. It's the only one I've got, and I'm just conscious that when I use it, I'm using it. I want to look after it. I want to protect it. I have been trying to find a box for it for honestly at least 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now. I've offered people a reasonable sum of money when I see them on Facebook, and nobody says yes. And I struggle. I've not found one in the car boot that's in a half decent condition. Well, that changed today because I found this. This was with the gentleman that had all the other games out. I asked him how much, and he was very dismissive in regards to eye contact and wanting a conversation with it, and he said 20 quid, it's untested. Now, he wanted 35 odd pounds for the ones without the box on the floor. So straight away, I knew this didn't work. It had the PlayStation in it, this one to be exact, but I knew there and then from body language and what he said and just experience that it was broken in here. So that left me with a dilemma. I asked him if he would sell me just the box. He looked at me very, very oddly, which I understand. Someone's asking to buy a box off you. To which he then just looked at me and said, look, just take it for a tenner. So I have actually offered people £10 for the box. I am actually fully aware, by the way, that this is not the proper box for the backwards compatible one. The actual one is black. But I don't care too much about that. So I was in a dilemma where did I knowingly pay £10 for a broken PlayStation 3, and sorry, it is broken, it's definitely broken. It's got the red screen of death, I believe it's referred to. Having a quick Google. I'm not sure if it can be fixed. Seems to be debatable online as to whether it can, and if people that said it can fix it, it's quite a convoluted sort of way of going about it. But I bought it anyway. £10. I bought it for £10 because I wanted the box. Is a PlayStation 3 box worth £10? Put in the comments. I can see both sides of the argument. For me personally, yes, because now it protects something which I want to look after, I want to display. So I'm going to use this box and put my PS3 in there, and I'm going to use the one that I got last week as my functioning PS3. So fantastic. But yes, £10 to knowingly buy a broken PS3. This PS3, by the way, is I'll probably put it up for spares and repairs, see if anyone fancies a go at it. It's got a hard drive in it, so someone might want it for that purpose. Unfortunately, there was no pad. I had a quick look. I was hoping if there was a pad in there, that could have been worth it. It literally only came with this, but it only needs a HDMI cable. So yes, knowingly spent £10 on a broken PS3 for a box. I'm happy with it. I'm going to do that thing where I disappear, visit CEX, and I'll come straight back. So I didn't come straight back, it's actually the next day, but managed to go CEX, everything went quite well, and I've got some stuff on Facebook Marketplace which is sold as well. So really quick, what I'm going to do, just a bit of consistency of this part of the video, because I'm all over the shop with this part. I'm going to take away what we've spent already right now. So everything we've just seen took £27. So let's take £27 off. And let's see what we got back. So remember, £15 from the Wii that we've already sold. So we're starting with 15. Pull out the old receipt as always. Simpsons Hit and Run, we got £5. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, 70p. Sonic Unleashed, £7. Keep an eye out for those. It's a great game to play and keep, or get some good return on that. Black Ops, £2. Spider-Man the Movie, the game, 80p. Sim Revolution, 70p. Just Dance, 60p. But what we've also got, we've got £2 from Test Drive Unlimited 2. So that was the 360 game which they rejected the other week. Absolutely fine this time around. And the PS2 DualShock controller. That's the one he didn't like just because he didn't like the sound of it. Happy as Larry with it this time. £7 back for that. So in total, we got £25.80 back off from CX. But what we've also got is the PS3, the broken PS3, which I wanted the box for. Sold that on Facebook Marketplace. Sold it for £5. Sold it to a guy who thinks he might be able to fix it. And even if he can't, he fixes them up and sells them on himself. I think I've actually sold something to him in the past. He looks somewhat familiar, and he acted as though we'd met before. But he can use the 80 gig and the hard drive, and if not, he can use the shell to replace another one that he's got where the shell's absolutely battered. So everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. So one or two things they didn't take off us though. They didn't take Sonic Mega Collection Plus, just because they couldn't find it on the system. I found it on the system though, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. So I might just have to give that another go. He said he couldn't find it, but I can find it on the app. Not sure. So we might come back to that one. And I didn't even take Fallout New Vegas because it's ESRB. I still need to double check to see if that works on Xbox 360. Power My one, just make sure it is useful. But yeah, so those two are still with me. And Tron Evolution, we're going to keep hold of that because it was only a penny. So we're keeping hold of that. So in total, we got back £45 and double check and 80 pence. So put £45 80p on there. So we've made a little bit of money back, which is great. And what I'm also going to just do basically is Left 4 Dead 2 loose disc. We've got that, kept that. The other episode, the last episode, with all the PS3s that we kept, I decided, just so you know, The Last of Us, the version I've got is The Last of Us Game of the Year edition, and because it's absolutely fantastic, I thought I'm going to keep this and add it to my collection, so I've got both versions of it because it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So that's going into the collection, by the way, just sliding that in. But the main one for this week, the main bit for us, got a little bit of profit then, which is great, because we lost a bit in the last episode, so we're clawing some of that back, but I've got to keep my box. And it did turn out free in the end. I mean, you could say it was a £5 in the end because we sold the contents of it. But yes, it's got a bit of weight. It's got my PS3 backwards compatible in it now, so I'm really happy with that. It's going to be fine. The PS3 pad that we got the other week, I've put that in the box with it. It's even got the bags. It's got the bags that the stuff originally came in. So I've put the bag and the cable and everything in the bags that it came in. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy. It's got some weight to it now. So yeah, made a little bit of money this week, and I finally got a box to protect my PS3 that I've been trying to look after. So yeah, not too bad. Thank you very, very much for watching. Take care of yourself, guys.